What's up, folks? I thought I'd make a video about what's going on with YouTube. They decided that they're still going to demonetize my channel, and they're doubling down on the idea that my content is inauthentic. And so they sent me an email, which I got yesterday. I didn't see it till today, but apparently it came through yesterday. And they're saying that I've violated their terms of service, which I don't know how, because the bullet points they're putting in this email doesn't make any sense. It says that it's inauthentic content, and it's like it refers to content that seems like it's been mass produced. This could mean that content looks like it's been made with a template, has minimal variation across videos, or is a slideshow with low narrative, commentary, or educational value. Now, I'm speaking to people my entire videos and whatnot. There's those times where I have to cut the camera off and I'm out of the truck or something like that. But other than that, that's it. And it's like, if it's a live stream, like, let's just imagine you play video games on a live stream. That's what most live streaming came from, Twitch and all that, and like that was the beginning of it. So let's say what you do is you play Minecraft on live stream. That's the same thing every single day, every single video. When you live stream that, if somebody's doing that, that's what they're doing. It may not be the same exact scenario, but it's the same template. So none of this stuff makes any sense. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. So here's the bullet points they got: content that exclusively features recordings of other materials you did not originally create, like text from websites or news feeds. I don't have that. Songs you did not originally create, which have been modified to change pitch or speed, but are otherwise identical to the original songs. I don't do that. All my songs are my own that I've created. Highly repetitive content with minimal variation across videos. Well, I mean, not really, because we talk about a wide range of subjects. People come in and ask me stuff all the time. That's the content. The driving, it's different. Every minute is different. So no. Mass-produced or content using a similar template across multiple videos. I do not do anything mass-produced. Nothing. Image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative commentary or educational value. I don't do that. So none of this stuff applies to my channel, yet this is why they've decided to demonetize me. So my channel has been demonetized based on this criteria that they've got right here. And none of it fits anything that I've done on my channel. I've asked them to correct this issue, and this is what they sent me. So I sent an email reply to them and asked them again to correct this issue. If they don't correct this issue, I don't have any other options. My only options are to just walk away, let it go, or to file a lawsuit and try to sue them for defamation, which is what I'd really want to do. I really want to do that. The only drawback to that plan is that I don't have any money to pay a lawyer. Even if I did have money to pay a lawyer, it wouldn't be a good enough lawyer to be able to overcome the nonsense of Google and whatnot. I could file pro se, and I'm pretty confident in my ability to argue my own side of things, because it's pretty straightforward, cut and dried. I mean, there's a misrepresentation on their part about what's happening on my channel. They've taken money for me. That's instant standing in a lawsuit. There's no reason why it would ever be, like it should be open and shut. There's no other way to look at it. Nothing on my channel fits this mold here that they've laid out, and yet they've demonetized my channel, which is a taking from me. And by the way, all the money that has been put in to memberships or donations or anything like that, it's all gone. They've taken 100% of that. So anybody who had a membership or who has purchased a membership recently, if I would ask for a refund, and I would complain to YouTube about what they've done. This is wrong. Because I see channels out there that, there are other channels that do the same exact thing that I do, more frequently than I do. And I'm not trying to call them out. I'm not trying to get them in trouble. I'm just saying there's other channels that do the same thing. There are also other channels that do a lot worse of anything that I've ever done. You know, I don't talk about a lot of politics. I don't talk about a lot of religion. I don't talk about, you know, too many controversial topics. I might make jokes and whatnot here and there, but it's really light, you know, on the heavy topics. I don't really go into real heavy topics very much. You know, I have, but it's nothing in comparison to some of these other channels. I mean, I see channels all the time that I'm surprised they haven't been completely canceled on YouTube altogether. The things that I see is like, man, I don't know how you're still on YouTube. But either way, you know, they've demonetized my channel for no reason. I've never had a copyright strike. So that's not an issue. I've never had a content strike. I've never been told that anything I ever did was wrong. It's just they just come in all of a sudden and bam, you know, just take away my partner status. And I sent them a message today. I'm like, I don't want to be a partner anymore. I really don't. I have no desire to be a YouTube partner ever again. But what I don't like is I don't like my name being dragged through the mud. I don't like being defamed. All I have in my life is my name, my good character. And that means a lot to me. And this bothers me a lot because of that. But it also bothers me because of what my subscribers, have put into my channel monetarily that they've been robbed of. You know, they gave they put that money in with the expectation that it would go to me, whether I need it or not or whatever. That's fine. It doesn't matter. The fact is that they that was the expectation, and Google has come along and just taken that because they've decided arbitrarily with no reason, and it's false. It's a false assertion on their part that I've done something that violates any of these damn bullet points here. So a lawsuit is in order. Problem is, I'm a small channel. I've got 8,900 subscribers, or give or take a couple here and there, but it's not enough to really get the attention of anybody out there in the wider world to be able to say, you know what, this is wrong. Let's do something about it. I'm not going to get the attention of anybody on the internet to be able to come to my aid, as far as legally, because like I said, I can't afford a lawyer. I'm not a wealthy individual. I'm barely getting by and treading water financially. I'm doing fine, but I don't have extra money for that. That's going to cost a lot of money. I don't have it. And I do at least have a certain knowledge of the law that I could proceed pro se, but Google's based in California, and as far as I know, I would have to file it in California. I don't know how to do that. I'm sure I could figure it out, but they've got an army of lawyers that's probably going to get a summary judgment against me and have it thrown out. Like they're going to countersue and have a summary judgment against me because they've got slick lawyers that can write things the right way that I can't do. And I don't have time for it. I get one day a week off, and I don't have time for it. I barely got time to make this video. And it's like, this is how they crush you. This is how they crush people. And I'm not going to just let it go, but as far as anything really that I can do to them, I can't. But I won't forget this. I won't forget this, and and it's not over. It's just I'll have to change my tactics. As far as going to Rumble, I'm definitely that's what I want to do. I just got to figure out if I can use TTS on Rumble, because I can't do what I do without TTS. It's absolutely necessary, because I'm not reading comments, stuff like that, while I'm trying to do my other stuff. So that's where we're at. If anybody knows of any legal help that I could get, that would be great. If any YouTube lawyers come across this and want to help me out, that would be great. The Institute for Justice would come along. Of course, they don't really handle this kind of stuff. This is like private business stuff. I mean, whatever. So, but anyway, point is that, if anybody knows of anybody, or, can get me in contact with anybody, that'd be awesome. But going forward, like I said, I don't want to be a YouTube partner anymore. I don't trust this corporation. I don't want to have any business dealings with this corporation. I'll still post videos on YouTube, but it's all going to be free stuff. It's not going to be, nothing will be monetized. And, and if they're showing videos on top, commercials on top of my videos, then I would like for you people to reach out to them and let them know how terrible that is. Because if they're going to steal money from me, then, you know, they shouldn't be putting money up. You know, they shouldn't be putting ads over on top of my videos, because if I can't monetize, they can't use my content for their monetization. That's not right, and it's wrong. You know, it's kind of criminal. I don't think it's actually criminal, but it feels criminal. So, you know, they've taken money out of my pocket, and I'm not going to let them forget that. I'm going to make sure they remember that. But that's where we're at. And, yeah, I'll see you guys around. I'll be around. I'll do stuff. I might still live stream even, but, you know, it's all going to be on the free end. I may put up my Ko-Fi links or whatever, but I don't really care about the money. It's not even about that. It's just about principle. And I'm a good person. I do good things. I don't bother anybody or harm anybody. And I don't understand why people have to come along and try to harm me. And why is this mega corporation worried about somebody as small as me? I get 14,000 views a month. Who the hell cares what the hell I do? Even if I was doing what they were saying I was doing, it still wouldn't be a blip on their radar. But they come along and they want to smack me down for some reason. This isn't the first time. They've done it twice now. When I first started live streaming, they did the same thing. Last year, I had to submit an appeal video for the same thing. You know, and all I was doing was the same thing I always do, live streaming my shit. So, whatever. And then there was a shadow ban back in September. You know, I don't want to hear no nonsense about it. I know that's what happened. So, you know, don't tell me I'm crazy. Don't tell me I'm wrong. You know, that I imagined that stuff, because it was absolute. And this is kind of the proof of the pudding. In the pudding, it's like, why are y'all messing with me? Why are y'all messing with me? I'm not doing anything controversial in any way, shape, or form. I don't sit there and talk about these hot button issues. But whatever. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to cut this off. It's probably getting a little too long. I'm just ranting and whatnot while I'm sitting here taking a 30-minute break. But I need to get on out of here. And I will see you guys in the next video. As soon as I can figure out how to turn this thing off.